Alrighty, if you would please get to Seesaw. Click on that activities light bulb to refresh your feed. We're going to take a look at the activity titled Fractured Fairy Tales, The Beginning. Dun, dun, dun. So far, here's how you know you're caught up. You should have planned what your fairy tale is going to be like, beginning, middle, and end. That's your fractured version. You also should have created your characters and setting on Pixton. So here is mine, okay? Here is my giant. Notice he is taller than the rest of us. I said he was going to have a blockhead, and he does. I said he was going to be angry, and he is, okay? You will also notice I have Jack. Jack is much smaller as he is a child, and he is in the creeping position of trying to sneak by without being noticed. And then we also have our superhero, Mrs. Sousa, i.e. Molecular, in her orange costume. They did not have a black dress with an orange costume, so this is what I went for, okay? So we have our characters, and then you will also notice my setting. Oh, I don't want to give you a speech bubble right now. There we go. My setting is inside of the giant's house, okay? So this is what you should have so far, all right? What we're going to work on today is adding panels that show your beginning and later your middle. We're going to do the beginning and the middle today, okay? On Seesaw, in that response that you've added, oh, I forgot to put the link. I'm sorry, friends, I'll do that. You will see on slide 1, there is a section here for your once upon a time. This is where you are going to plan out what is going to happen in the beginning of your comic. Each day you're going to see a requirement list. These are the requirements. The beginning of your fractured fairy tale must start with once upon a time. So when I go on Pixton, I better see a caption, add caption, that says once upon a time. Has at least one caption. There it is, the once upon a time caption. Has at least 4 speech bubbles. Has at least 3 panels, and it makes sense. Okay, so today you're going to add 3 panels minimum to your comic. You can add more, but you have to have at least 3. Okay, and your characters panel does not count. This is just introducing the people in your comic. Any questions on that so far? Yes, William.
I
All right, go ahead.
did mine on accident already.
Oh, well, you're going to have to accidentally make adjustments today. Okay. So this is what you are going to be working on. Here's how you're going to plan it. Right here can be your panel 1. So I'm going to put the 2 things. There's one thing that's going to happen in this panel. And then here's panel 2. Okay? I'm going to talk about how my characters are going to feel. And I'm going to make sure that their faces match that feeling, right? It doesn't make sense to say the giant is happy if he looks like this. Okay? So we're going to pay attention to that. So I'm going to model my creation for you, and then you are going to go create your plan in a breakout room to share with a partner later, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have up 2 tabs. I'm going to have up 2 tabs because I'm going to pull up my outlined plot here that I worked on Monday, okay? So my storyline events right here, you should have had your once upon a time, okay? You can also look at this from your Friday or your Thursday's activity when you chose your original fairy tale to fracture. Okay, you also outlined it here. So you have a couple places, whatever makes the most sense for you, okay? For me, at the beginning, Jack has to sell the cow for money and trades it for beans instead. So once upon a time, my first panel is going to be Jack's mom telling him they have no money for food and he must sell the cow. Okay, so guess what my speech bubbles are going to be about? Jack, we don't have money. Guess what my other speech bubble is going to be about? Jack, go sell the cow. Okay, so you're planning right here, your speech bubbles, you're planning your action. All right. Also in my beginning, I said that Jack trades it for beans instead. So my next panel is going to be on the second heart. Notice there are 2 hearts here, so I am putting 2 things here. Some of y'all missed that little memo on your planning page. Okay, so here we go. Jack takes a walk to the market. That's one panel. When he gets there, he trades the cow for beans. Okay. Got it? Questions so far on what I've done? Yes, Terrence.
It's blocked.
It is blocked because you're watching right now. All right, so I've got my 2 ideas for what I'm going to put in my panels. Now I'm going to focus on their emotions. This makes the main character. In this situation, my main character is Jack, and it makes him feel sad because he loves the family cow. Okay, so Jack is not going to be smiling in this part of my comic. He is going to be sad. Okay, my evil character, I said my evil character was going to be the giant. The giant is not in this part of the comic, so I'm going to cross this out. The evil character isn't here yet. Okay, maybe your evil character is in the beginning. Then you can write how they're feeling. But for my story, we haven't met the giant yet. Okay? Any questions on what you're doing right now? Yes, Terrence.
When are we building this stuff?
Building what stuff?
Like, how do we qualify for the make the
Pixton?
Yeah.
By completing the pre-work, which is this. You're getting ready to do that right now.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Bella.
Can you copy this in the chat?
No, because this isn't your story. This is my story. You're creating your own. So you're not writing this down. Other questions? Okay. You're getting ready to go into a break. Yes, Elijah.
I had problems getting on Zoom this morning. Do you tell me what happened?
I'm not going to repeat 12 minutes of instruction, but I will hop into your breakout room with you to go over it quickly. Okay?
Hey.
All righty. So you're going to go into a breakout room by yourself, and you are going to complete slide 1. Okay? You are going to tell me what's going to happen in the beginning of your comic. And remember, you're planning the panels for Pixton right now. I'll show you how to do that next when you get back. But for right now, you're writing out what are your ideas for how your fractured fairy tale is going to start. I strongly recommend you have 2 tabs so you can look back at the work that you've already done. So you're not trying to remember off the top of your head because you guys had amazing ideas. Okay? All right, let me get your breakout room set up and then you will complete slide 1 independently. Okay, so you have now planned what your beginning panels are going to look like. Here's what you're getting ready to do next. You are going to turn this information into panels on Pixton. So I'm first going to create a panel where Jack's mom tells him they have no money for food and he must sell the cow. Okay, so I'm going to Pixton. I'm going to add a panel. All right, they are at Jack's house, so I want that to be different from the giant's house, right? So I'm going to go here. I'm going to find what I want Jack's house to look like. So I might type in home. What does Jack's house look like? Ooh, what if Jack had a bunk bed? Ooh, but you know what? Jack's family said that they didn't have a lot of money. So I might want to make his house look a little bit more run down. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so right, this fits because Jack's family is poor, okay? The giant isn't in my comic yet, so I'm going to click X on the giant and he goes away, okay? The nice thing is he's saved, so later I can click on Show Character if I want him to come back. So once you create a character in your panel, you've got access to him the whole time. Molecular is also not in the comic yet, so she goes away, okay? So now I've got Jack. It is in the morning time that this happens. If I wanted it to be in the evening or at night, I can change the time of day on the bottom. Okay, keep that in mind. If you want it to be some different weather, like for instance, Jack is about to get sad news, so maybe I want it to be raining. I can add some rain into my comic as well. Okay, so keep that in mind too. Yeah, that looks sad. Okay, so Jack, now I'm going to go to characters and I'm going to add mom. Oop, hold on. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Add a character. I'm going to add Jack's mom. Okay, I can choose a character that's already been made, or I can custom create a character from blank. Okay, I'm going to go with a character that's already been made because I think that this looks like it could be Jack's mom. Okay, so here's Jack's mom, and she, see, look at their eyes. They shift so that they're looking at each other. Isn't that nice? Okay, Jack's mom is going to be saying, Jack, you need to sell the family cow because we, oops, do not have money for food. I'm sorry. Okay, and it's going to put that speech bubble up there above her head. Now notice, if I move her, my speech bubble is also going to move. So that's a nice feature of Pixton. Okay, I don't think it makes sense that Jack is turned away from his mom. So I'm going to adjust his focus. Okay, I would like for my characters to be facing each other. Watch what happens. Boop. There we go. Okay. If I want my characters to look like they're having a conversation, I might zoom in on their faces. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. So you can play around with the focus as well. Okay. So Jack's mom is talking to that. Jack is going to be sad about it. Okay. I'm going to click on his face. He's sad. Sad Jack. Okay. All right, so you have a lot to play with here. This is why it's going to take you some time, okay? So Jack, I need you to sell the family cow because we do not have enough money for food. I'm sorry. Jack is going to be saying, I got to remember how to get him to say something. Characters, there we go. Edit.
Words.
Words, thank you. Earlier, it just auto-populated for me. Okay, Jack is going to be saying, but I love the cow, ...
He's family.
Okay. So, but I love the cow. We could add that in too. Okay. Now, look, But I love the cow is coming first. That doesn't make sense. Remember, we read comics the same order that we read a book. So I'm going to have to switch Mom and Jack. Okay? Ah, shoot. But now they're walking away from each other. That doesn't make sense. Let's shift the focus.
Or you can go to Miss
Huh?
Sousa. Or you can go to actions. Go to actions.
Yes, and you can change their body that way too. You're correct. I don't know if that lets me change their direction though. Let's see.
No, it doesn't.
Let's see. So we
Yes, it does. You see the little box up there with the characters?
You see
This
that
one?
box?
It's 3 characters.
No,
That can
but
change direction.
Anything?
I can change their direction here.
go back to actions. Go to actions.
It's in
Okay.
actions. We need to code.
Wait, no. You see where the words are?
We
The
type
word that says standing
More left.
right next.
and go left some.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
then you can change the actions.
Hey, we can change their direction. Look at that. So I want her to face that way. Awesome. Okay. See, look, we're learning together. So remember, it doesn't make sense for Jack's words to come first. Okay. But I love the cow. Why are we talking about a cow? I have no clue. So we've got to have Mom's words come first. Okay. So look at all those things I changed. I changed the background. I changed the weather. I changed their facial expressions. I changed their position. I changed their focus and how zoomed in they were. Tons of stuff to change. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to Seesaw. Oh, shoot. I've got to start with a once upon a time caption. Let me go add that in. Up here, I'm going to add a caption. Okay. So on work.
Share screen.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
On Seesaw. There we go. I remembered I got to add a once upon a time, and I'm going to make that my caption. So I'm going to go back to Pixton, and I'm going to add up here, words, add caption. My caption is going to say, once upon a time. I can also choose if I want my caption to be at the top, in the middle, which doesn't make sense because it deleted everything, or on the bottom. That makes the most sense to me because if it's up top, that could go too. It moved my words for me, okay? So either way, I'm gonna add that in. So now I've got a caption, okay? I just took about 6 or 7 minutes to create one panel. I still have 2 more panels to create because I've got to have at least 3 panels. So my next panel is going to be him walking to the market. My next panel is going to be him trading the cow for beans. This is going to take a long time because there's a lot to fix, okay? What questions can I answer right now about your Pixton creations? Yes, Levin.
Can I say something about chores real quick?
About what?
Can I say something about chores?
About tools?
About yours.
Oh, sure.
Well, when you said that when he went all the way to the didn't you say on your story he went all the way to the black market?
Not the black market, just the market. Yeah, so right here, he's going to go to the market. I haven't done that panel yet, though.
Well, can't wait to see your story.
Well, thank you. Yes, Camille.
Do we only use 3 panels?
You can use more, but you have to have at least 3 for just the beginning. Okay? We're not working on the middle. We're not working on the problem. We're not working on the solution, only the beginning. Okay? So the beginning of my fairy tale, he's selling the cow. He's talking to his mom about it. He's walking to do it. He's at the market and does it. Those all 3 happen at the beginning. Okay? You can add more, but you have to have at least 3. Okay? Bella, a question.
Does it have to be a story that we've gone over?
You are fracturing a fairy tale. So a fairy tale that we have studied, you are changing it somehow.
Okay.
Okay? Yes, Terrence.
So I only changed one thing. Is that fine?
Sure. Wait, what was your question? You're only sharing one thing? I don't know what that means.
No, I only changed one thing.
Oh, yeah. As long as you've made a change, it's a fractured fairy tale. Yes, Tim.
Pixton after the meeting.
Can you what?
Are you going to unlock Pixton after the meeting?
No, I'm going to unlock Pixton as soon as questions are done because you're staying on here for this part. Okay. Aiden G.
Because in society, they do have pets. Because if you go to backgrounds and you see like a paw print, that means you can like you'll see a pink button and you can click it and all pets will pop up.
Hold on. Say that again.
So if you pick like the outdoor background, you'll see like this paw print and it's going to be pink on the side of your screen. You can click it and all those pets will pop up. Like, you see that pink paw print?
Yep. Well, look at that, kids. Isn't that nice? So if you want to do a wolf, you got a wolf there. You can do a cat. Levin, you're turning yours into a cat. There you go. So you can choose a background, as Aiden G just showed us, that has a paw print. And then you can click on the paw print and it'll put the animal there. Well, all right, Aiden G. Very cool. Thank you. All right. Okay, friends. You have asked for it, so I'm going to give it to you. You've asked to be in a breakout room with friends so that you can share ideas on Pixton. I'm going to set up those breakout rooms for you now so that you can share. Okay. All right. So, William, they're not supposed to take a screenshot of yours. All right. Your comic. Here is what I have so far. So far, I have my characters introduced. Then I have, if it would show. Why are you not showing? What is happening? There we go. Jack, you need to sell the family cow because we do not have money for food. I'm sorry, but I love the cow. Jack walked very slowly to the market with his cow trailing behind him. So Pixton did not have cows. So notice I put Jack at the edge of the forest so you can imagine the cow is back here. Ah, ha, ha, thinking like an illustrator. Then we get to the market and Jack says, "Would you like to buy my cow?" Notice the sad face. "She's great and I miss her so much. We just need money for food." And this little dude says, "If you need food, I'll give you something better than money. Trade her for these magic beans." And Jack, looking curious, says, "What do they do?" And the man says, "They will go green sprout all the way to the clouds. You'll have enough food for the whole neighborhood." And then I haven't finished this. When Jack got home, Mom says, "You did what? You got played." And Jack's going to defend himself, but I'm not done yet. Okay. So now let me grade myself. Starts with once upon a time. Check. Has at least one caption. Check. Has at least 4 speech bubbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Has at least 4 speech bubbles. Check. Has at least 3 panels. Yep. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. Check. And it makes sense. Yes. Okay. Now it says, upload a screenshot of your partner approved beginning panels. Okay. So if you go to done right here, it will let you click on share and then you can show your comic and take a screenshot of it. You can also do it this way where you click download and then it will make a file onto your computer as such. and then I can click on it. Oh, not on my device. On your devices, you can as a picture, and it'll show it as a picture. I don't have a Chrome device. That's why it's not working. And then I can view it here. Okay. That's what you're doing for your beginning. Any questions so far? Yes, Terrence.
Can I share my screen real quick?
What's up?
So it doesn't you put 2 words on one person.
Yes, that is where you will need to add a new panel. If you're going to do that, you'll put on a new panel. What's up? Great question. I've learned so much from my students. Ms. Sharp would like to know how to make a caption. You go to, let me hit back under, okay, edit. Yep. When you go to words, up here it says add caption.
Oh my word. It's right there. Right. Thank you.
You are welcome, my dear. All right. Terrence, I literally don't remember if I answered your question. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, but I had another one.
What's your other one?
So if I added the panel, the word will go with the same panel.
So if you want to show a conversation, you can hit on the 3 dots. You can duplicate a panel. So I did that here. I'll show you. Over here, you can click on this and you can click duplicate. So like if I wanted the conversation to be longer, I could make the same faces and just change the words. So like this. So there we go. They're saying they want the cow, and then I could go here and just change the words. And that way it looks like the same situation. It's exactly the same. It's just the conversation is longer. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So friends, because we were not able to meet yesterday due to iRead, you have an additional part that you're going to complete today, but it's fun. Okay. We're going to do our partner checks tomorrow. So where it says your partner check, we'll look at that together tomorrow. But today you are going to get all the way to your problem. Okay. So fractured fairy tales, the problem. Go ahead and click on your activities. You can save the other as a draft right now if you're not done yet. And I want you to click on the problem. You're going to notice this is structured the exact same way as the beginning, but now you're going to tell me the next part of your story. Okay, so you've done the beginning. Now you're going to tell me what the problem is. So now we're getting to the middle. So here's my problem. Molecular spies Jack stealing from the giant and notices the giant has Jack's family things. Okay, so the problem is Jack is stealing the stolen items from the giant. They just keep stealing from each other. No bueno. Okay, so I'm going to put my problem right there. Just straight up what it is. All right. This is a problem for the main character, and that's Jack, because Jack wants his dad's things back. Okay. Here we go. This makes the main character Jack. How is Jack feeling? Jack feels mad because his dad's stuff was stolen. So on his face on Pixton, I am going to be showing anger. Okay. This makes the evil character feel mad because he didn't know those things belonged to Jack's dad and thought they were free. Okay, so when the giant came down to earth, he didn't see anybody home and thought, oh, they moved and left all their stuff, but that's not the truth. So he's mad because he keeps getting his stuff stolen. And then I'm going to go create this on Pixton. Okay, I want you to go into a breakout room and I want you to create your problem right here on slide 1. You're going to create your problem on slide 1. Okay, any questions right now? It's gonna be the last thing we do together. Yes, Camille,
Are we going to go with our same partners?
you can this time, yes, if you'd like to. Yes, Tim.
My camera looks like it's acting up on my end.
No problem. It's probably because you were sharing screen inside of the breakout room. It'll fix when you go back in.
Okay.
Yes, Terrence.
So are you gonna keep breakout rooms how long until 9:45?
We have 6 minutes, so you're going to complete slide 1 in the next 6 minutes, hopefully.
So we don't get all the way until 9:45 because that's our break time.
Yes, that's in 6 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. You're going to complete slide 1. Okay. Finishing slide 1, just planning out your problem. All right. Remember, this is your story that you've created. So even though you're with a partner, you're not writing your partner's story. What did you create last week and earlier this week? Okay. All right. Here you go. Okay, friends, I told you, you had a lot thrown at you today, okay? You are to have, by the end of the day today, your beginning and your middle created on Pixton, okay? The beginning has a minimum of 3 panels. The middle has a minimum of 3 panels. So you have to have at least 6 panels by the end of the day today, okay? This Pixton comic is your final writing grade. This is the last week of school. So if you get behind, your grade's done. Okay, you can't finish it next week. This is it. All right. So your beginning and your middle should be done by the end of the day. We will do the ending on tomorrow. Okay, the ending we'll create tomorrow. All right. Okay, friends. Have fun on Pixton, click around, discover new things. There's so much to learn on here. Get creative, okay? All right, guys, see ya.